Good morning. Charlie O'Hara back in the studio today, here to answer your legal questions. So if you have one, go ahead, give us a call and get on the line now. Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Good to be here.
We're going to go ahead and get to the phones. We have two calls on the line. Our first one. Good morning there. What's your question?
My question is, I sold a car to a guy in as-is condition, showed him all what was wrong with it, told him what was wrong with it, told him what needed to be fixed right away. When I signed the bill of sale, it says sold to as-is condition. He didn't fix what was supposed to be fixed, and it broke. And now wants to try to sue me to get his money back. Can he?
Well, my dad was an attorney, and he used to tell me when I was a young attorney that anybody can sue anybody for anything, but that doesn't mean they're going to win. And in that case, if you disclosed everything to the buyer and told him everything with the car, and he bought it that way knowing that, then he doesn't have a lawsuit. I mean, he could file it, he can argue about it, maybe he'll tell you didn't tell him this or that, but if you disclosed everything, you did everything right, and the fact that he's threatening you is really his problem. If he says he's going to sue and he sues, then you're just going to have to go defend it. I mean, you can't control all these people that are out there that get lawsuit happy, but clearly, I think on what you say, you did the right thing, and I wouldn't worry about it, really.
Well, and especially if you have it written down, if you still have this bill of sale that has those facts, I would think he could just take it to court with him.
Well, he may have to, and that may be, I mean, it's a contract, and whatever you agreed to would control, but obviously in this case, if he did what he said he was going to do, and he had disclosed it all and told him what was wrong, then he was completely right in what he did. He did it the right way.
Okay. Thank you, Charlie. Great question. We have time now for another one this morning. Hi there. Good morning. What's your question for Charlie?
My question is my husband has 4 names on his birth certificate. He has 2 middle names. And how can he go about legally dropping one of them?
Well, if you want to legally drop the names, you can always go to court and change your name. I mean, we have athletes all the time changing, Meta World Peace and some other athletes that change their name and for probably publicity reasons. So you can actually do that, and you can legally do that and hire an attorney and go to court, or try to do it yourself. It's probably better to have an attorney. It's not that complex to do. However, if you have, I mean, you don't have to go by all 4 names, even though that's your legal name. You could just go by, I mean, I go by Charlie O'Hara. My real name's Charles O'Hara. So you can go by a different name. So I don't know that it's that big a deal. I don't know how it's causing him problems. He can put down both initials as middle names. People do that all the time. So I don't know that it's a problem. If he thinks it's a real problem, he probably ought to go to an attorney.
Okay. Thank you, Charlie. And we have one more call on the line we're going to get to this morning. Hi there. Good morning. What's your question?
My question is legal guardianship.
Okay.
I was just put on hold.
Well, go ahead. You're here on live now. Hello?
If something ever were to happen to me, as far as death or I got in trouble, how would I go about getting my sister and my mother guardianship of my children?
Well, I mean, obviously, if death happens, you're not going to be able to get anything drawn up, and you're not going to know when that's going to happen. So you probably can't guess ahead for that happening unless you're real sick and want to do something. But if you get in trouble, I suppose you can always get a document filed. A guardianship itself would have to go through court, I think. But you could get a power of attorney or something like that and get a piece of paper drawn up that would protect your children. Normally, there's a way to do that. It all progresses. I don't think it's anything to get worried about unless death is imminent or you think you're on your way to prison for a long time. Well, I don't think it's really much of a problem.
And what if you have, what about the children's father? If he's in the picture, does he have rights before the mother or sister would?
Yes, the father would have rights before any of the other people.
Okay.
Other than the mother and the father would have equal rights, and if one of them passed away, then the other one would come in, or if one of them went to jail, the other one should come in.
Okay. Thank you, Charlie. Great question. We appreciate you calling in today. If you did not get on the line today, Charlie is back next week. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll be back with more Eyewitness News.